We are in draft, we are online, we are live, we are everything of the above. We are splendid, we are well. We are smelly dog. Mm-mm. Hopefully, we get it ready up. But we do have Jackson subbing in for the King of Lamps, at least for now, at least for this game. So, yep. We'll see what's going on. I think they're just doing a bit of a scouting beforehand. Hello, hello. Oh, hey, hello, guys. Oh, Camper's playing mid. Oh, Christ. I have to experience the Camper mid. Rank 23 Challenger GL team. Is he actually playing ADC as well? I mean, honestly, like, besides jungle, maybe not, maybe even further than jungles, like, ADC is the easiest lane to go even in. If you pick, like, a passive enough lane. And maybe mid is actually easier. But there's like routes you can take to kind of go even if they are challenger. Like there's so much little he can do if you play correctly. So that's on them to play as such. Yeah, can we get a timeout on Senti? Oh, and say who banned Connor. Dang. Oh, I see I have unlimited channel points. I can do a few timeouts. Okay, come on guys. Let's get going. Ay ay ay. Okay, an R has finally come through, so maybe we can start soon, hopefully. In due time. Okay, we're in. Finally. Yay, yay. Alright, so yeah, Eden is in ADC this time around. He was playing jungle before, but I don't know. Might think that this team's just better, at least on paper, than the previous team. I don't know. But I think the jungle was just kind of an experiment for them. And already they are targeting the support while Moon is at least going for Vi for now. And they're going to ban Smolder. I think Eden might be the highest ranked Smolder in NA currently, or at least that's like their most played champion. So yeah, makes sense. But honestly, like low key, do you kind of want him on Smolder? I don't know. I mean, he will definitely get to C25 stacks at a pretty decent rate, but I feel like every other ADC pick is like, I don't know, a lot easier to win lane on and play through. So I don't even know if they're looking to pick Smolder in the first place. And they're going to ban Camille and Seraphine, and Silas will be banned on 3 here from blue side. Maokai first pick. Yeah, I mean, the Maokai champion is up, and I'm guessing someone plays it. It can definitely be flexed. There it is. There she blows. The Maokai champion is locked in. Boy, I love how this champ has been broken for like 2-3 years. So much fun. Boy, I love Riot Balance. Don't worry, guys. So much fun. Don't worry, his ult stuns for 0.05 seconds less. Amelia will be coming in to answer. It's a pretty standard Maokai answer. I don't know if it counters in lane as much as it does in team fights, but a lot better in team fights for Amelia because he just cleanses the ult and kites away Maokai pretty well. The Maokai can't really run at their team as he would in other types of comps. And with Emilio, you're looking to take some ranged ADC. There is one of them. Probably one of Emilio's best pairings alongside Lucian is going to be Aphelios. And with the Malkizi, they're going to go Zyra. And hopefully this is Zyra jungle. I mean, they can flex Maokai top side as well in the jungle or top. And that looks like what they're gonna do, and they're gonna take Zyra Jin, which is actually a pretty decent answer into the Philios Emilio. I think I don't know if Jin is a complete correct answer, but I don't know if there's anything really better. Because I think Aphelios kind of like I don't know, can hard beat Jin, and they're gonna take Sejuani for who's their jungler? Is it B Cipher? Yeah, B Cipher. So a pretty actually Sejuani here is actually pretty good. Um, Definitely beats up Maokai 1v1 and can offer them some pretty good engage where they're lacking so in the support department. And they should be looking to ban top. Yep. I don't think they're worried. I mean, I don't know what Camper's going to play on mid. He does play Pantheon a lot, but I don't know. I don't. It's going to be playing Pantheon in this game is kind of hard. They're going to need some probably like. I mean, they do. They might need AD actually with the Maokai. KB King going to show how to how to ADC. Yeah, I agree. It is KB King Jin, so probably just a very comfortable champion that they're on. And Aurelion Sol going to be banned. Oh, never mind, Hui. It's going to be Huiwi. I actually think Huiwi's very strong at the moment. And he's not even unironically that hard in my opinion, so there's like I don't know. You could just learn on the Q spells, which are easy enough, and then you only use like the EE, the Swain looking thing. That's like the only E you ever use. So it's pretty easy. And they're gonna bind Nico, which is a good bind. Not my favorite into the enemy comp, but it's like, I guess. And going Cassio here would actually be really good. I like this Cassio, however. They're gonna go with Zier, which is actually a self counter. Um, but all right. I mean, it is Camper. I think he has played Azir before. I think I've seen him play Azir, and probably definitely has the mechanics to do so. And they're gonna blind Renekton here. Really bad blind on the patch. I think you could just blind the tank this game. I think it's really good. Blinding something like the Ornn with your comp is very strong. And Renekton is not gonna do that much, but whatever. Renekton very vulnerable to counters on the patch, and they're gonna go Malphite. Yeah, definitely one of them. And I don't think Malphite's the best champ here, as you're playing in the Maokai, Zyra, and Jhin. I mean, Jhin is like good for Malphite, but just the extra kiting that he provides is kind of annoying for Malphite. I would have preferred the Ornn, but Jackson might not be as experienced on the champ. And I mean, they have a lot of Wamba with their top side, so it looks like that's what they're going to be going for. Then just Aphelios has follow damage. But both these comps kind of just like running at each other. Might be a bit of a spicy team fighting. Hopefully either are the teams ready up soon. I think I hear one R. Yep. Is that a 2R? It's a 2R. Ornn? What is wrong with Ornn? What is wrong with Ornn? What? Ornn beats Renekton in lane even harder than Malphite does?
I'll beat it out of you.
I think this Ornn v Renekton matchup is like one of the easiest matchups in the game currently. And then he hard engages for your team and can itemize very well into the enemy team. Whereas Malphite, like,
what did I do?
He definitely can build a Mara, but he loses value. Yeah. And also that Ornn offers better frontline. So. And Ornn's W this game is pretty valuable, even though you have Milio. Which comp do you like better? I would say red side just because blue side has Renekton. And they're self-countered in bot lane. And like Maokai this game is unironically pretty hard to play. So yeah. Oh. And someone messed up in draft. Yonen's luck, true. I also think you could have gone. I don't. Jackson definitely does not play this champ, but you could have gone Malphite or not Malphite. Ornn on R5 here. Not Ornn. Jesus Christ. Olaf. Sorry. Olaf on R5 here is pretty juice. He kind of just like runs at everyone, and he could just build like full MR after 2 items probably. Never dies. Because like Jhin, the lowest DPS ADC in the game, and then Renekton, which like currently right now doesn't even do that much damage later, especially to a champ like Olaf. So Olaf would have been pretty juice here, but I get the Malphite pick, understandable. And we're gonna get back in the draft, or at least select. Sorry, whatever.
I'll beat it out of you.
Is tournament code even working right now? I know people have been having issues, so I don't know. Maybe we're just doing this all for nothing.
What did I do? I will wait for you to be better.
You can't cage me for long.
Okay.
Yep. A prediction? Wait, what happens if I predict? Can I even make a prediction? I'm not going to, but what happens if I predict just like 8 billion points? Oh, I can't. Okay, never mind. boy.
Cool phone.
You think I'm the one to fear?
Yeah. I don't know. Both these drafts are like low-key kind of boring. But for GG, I think they'll be interesting though. But if this is like a pro game or a high-level game, I think they're pretty boring drafts. Kind of just don't really do anything. And they kind of nullify each other. Like, I think people are going to try to engage and then they're just going to like back up. Like, it's kind of weird. Now, I will say the Milio kind of like nullifies all blue side engage. So they might have the upper hand in just going first. And that's kind of on the Sejuani, Malphite, or Nico to just send it. So hopefully they just, do so. Can be really aggravating when you're supposed to engage first and you lose otherwise. And people just have to learn to just go. So hopefully they just go. But yeah, I don't know. This Renekton lock is just kind of whack. Kind of whack. Kind of whack. Kind of whack. Yeah. Not much further to say. I don't know. This Malphite does actually kind of negate some of the Azir carry potential that could happen later. Malphite kind of hard counters Azir to an extent. So, I mean, if Azir gets like on 2 or 3 items and he has Banshee's Veil, which he should hopefully against this team, he can maybe carry. But I think this Malphite kind of nullifies that. I think this game might just be on a camper to kind of carry. So I think bot lane might go even or just losing for blue, considering the rank difference. And then top lane is definitely going to go even or Malphite winning. So, yep. And is he supposed to be get countered by Nico? It is a counter. Or Nico is a counter. So I don't know. It's kind of hard for Azir to take runes here, because you definitely go fleet, but then a lot of people go sorcery, but you kind of also want biscuits and Nico, and then you kind of want resolve for their team. So you might just want to go bone plating. I would probably go for bone plating this game on Azir. I think it's probably best. Lilytics says Azir wins more. Okay, but in what rank? And also like that's like solo queue. Like Azir is not that good in solo queue. Yeah, I don't look at Emerald Plus at all in what's it called? On Lilytics. I at least do Master Plus. I just do Master Plus most of the time. Yeah, I think they're like kind of even win rate in Master Plus. But I actually think like I don't know what it is, but like Nico kind of feels like weird. At least in solo queue, I don't think she's that crazy good. Azir is just stronger with new items. New items. But yeah, I mean, no one's like playing Azir well in Diamond or Emerald, so I wouldn't even look at that, especially when it's comes down to some champ like Azir. Even Nico. Nico's like unironically a semi-hard champ to play. At least to like the skill ceiling for the champ is very high, but it has a pretty high floor as well. So we should be loading in. So Camera is just gonna go for the default sorcery, which is understandable, but I think it probably is worse than Biscuits or Resolve. I would personally go Resolve. Why is it not showing the game? Maybe I just go this. Yeah, I'll just stick on this one. Okay. I don't need to move anyone. All right. And it looks like a full blue side, either stack or invade is gonna come out on the bot side.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
While red side's kind of doing a 5-point. I don't know what there's much to do for them. Because Zyra normally starts Q.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Yeah, and Lean Cuisine's just gonna ward it. See them as well. Now what should do? KB King starting W. I think if they realize he's starting W, they should just play for level 1 push. I think they can really easily. If Lean Cuisine and Conjex just go down to bot lane bushes and just play for push against this lane, it's going to help them a lot in lane.
Minions have spawned.
Also, notice the summoner choices from both bot lanes taking a bit of a more aggressive approach from the blue side. Which I think low-key might be incorrect. I think you need something like a heal this game. And even cleanse. Like a lot of people go, they used to go cleanse into Aphelios when Aphelios is just alone by himself. Even without CC. So going this ghost is a little bit greedy. And yeah, doing what I said, I think they're just going to play for push level 1. They realized Jin started W, so going to play for that and saw Sparky starting Q, which is actually incorrect in this lane. I'm going to lose a little bit on the trade, I think, because Renekton just has a lot more healing and sustain. He did go the D-Blade, which is incorrect in the Malphite as well. So actually it will be a lot less on the sustain. And yeah, somehow, yeah, this is very not how it's supposed to lane is supposed to go, where red side gets the push early. This is just only because Jin started W, I'm pretty sure. Because really with Jin Zyra, you want to be hitting the lane, or the wave, sorry, with both of your abilities and auto attacks, and just playing for push, and shoving them under tower constantly. Because that's how those type of lanes work. It's kind of similar to Kate Lux in that sense. But somehow they found the push first. And SO Sparky getting pushed in. Maokai's hovering. There's no way they dive. Okay, surely we're not diving the Malphite. Renekton actually does a lot of damage and he dies, yeah. Renekton level 3 is still strong at the end of the day. I actually did forget about that Renekton can just insta-blow up the Malphite shield with this W. I always forget about that interaction. And he's just gonna have to blur in TP. Didn't lose that much minions. And Renekton actually did take the ignite, so that dive actually is like, I don't know, it's gonna keep him in lane. I think you should have just taken a base, especially if you're going to ignite on that timer. Like, now he's stuck in lane. If he ever leaves, he's gonna lose a lot. So Sparky is down around 15 CS or so, but B-Cypher is coming top, it seems. Yeah, and Renekton just is kind of screwed for now. Might have to take a bad base, while red side looking for a decent trade, trying to dodge all the stuns, but Zyra root lands, and doesn't look they might get more. The ignite's actually pretty good. Should just back off the trade for now. I don't think they can look for further. Well, a bit of a 2v2 happening in Sejuani. He's gonna get actually blown up. Kind of overstaying here. Malphite really wasn't looking to go further. So some decent amount of trading happening on both sides of the map. Somehow Renekton is up in this lane, and having this red buff actually is gonna like really enable his lane. And so Sparky going for this grass plus D-ring setup. I don't know. Going grass and D-ring, like, I don't know if you should go into something where Renekton. And Renekton's just going to outright dive him. I think he might live with Triumph, yeah. Didn't even take the second tower shot actually. Wow, I'm surprised. Yeah, a lot of times in melee matchups on Malphite where you're supposed to win later, just getting you're actually still vulnerable until your first like component base of either Bramble or I don't know something like a Warden's Mill or Tabby's. So that is where you can lose land, and that is what we saw. So I would have liked to see something like a D Shield probably. Just playing a bit too aggressive. Thought he completely counter Renekton. While Renekton still has this Ignite and full D-Blade setup. And Pizzacaster finding some nice trades in the mid lane.
The order is given.
Has the flash and ult. Still has 2 biscuits, so Pizzacaster's in a pretty decent spot here. His wave isn't the best though. And taking a base here is actually... it depends on what a camper does with the wave. I think it's kind of incorrect, especially when you have 2 biscuits. He should stay. I think he did. I think he just turned into a minion. While Renekton's looking for a hard play top, has the level 6 advantage on the Malphite, and Malphite's just going to fall. When camper is actually dead, yeah, just falls. And this is why we go either Resolve or Biscuits into Nico, so we can survive. People do not want to learn.
Perfectly balanced.
With that kill, looks like Sejuani's just going to start the dragon as well as with the bot prio.
Soldiers.
Well, Camper's actually going to stop the base of Pizzacaster. That's actually pretty huge. It's going to delay Pizzacaster's tempo. Might have to base TP or just stay. Still has ult and flash, so
Stampede.
he's still pretty somewhat useful. And Renekton's just going to actually do the correct play here. Just kind of force Malphite off the experience. If the Malphite could at least foresee this, he should have just walked around to his turret and got the minions to upgrade to level 6, because then he could actually fight the Renekton. But if he's not able to tell that he's just going to zone him, he's going to get stuck here, yeah.
Burn bright.
Jackson should at least just walk through him. I mean, he has the Q movement speed as well as the... like, Renekton is not Volt. He never kills him here. Yeah. So yeah, this is why I would have liked to see maybe an Ornn. Is it actually like, I don't know, maybe not if you're like not that experienced with the lane, but it's probably Ornn's easiest lane in the game currently. It kind of always has been in my opinion. And Camper sitting on this null magic mantle has to get it. He's just probably gonna get the mercs eventually.
Be ready.
Oh, Makai, why does Makai have tabbies? What? Huh? I mean, I guess, I don't know. And blue side already sporting around a 2,000 gold lead. Probably just from top lane alone. But yeah, not much gonna happen elsewhere. Makai did get all 3 grubbies though. So getting 6 grubbies for Renekton could be pretty huge for him if he starts, you know, further killing the Malphite. But it might get to a point where Malphite kind of just nullifies his damage. Probably maybe on his next back, he can just at least start living in lane. And Typhon taking a pretty hard trade here with the Aphelios ults. And Aphelios is going to get stunned from Jhin. But Konjax is here to just dodge all the Jhin ults. And Zyra is just going to fall to the Milio Q plus Comet. And yeah, just not expecting probably the range there. Pizzacaster finding a really nice trade on Azir. Azir not paying attention to the wave. He does not count. And KB King without Zyra here is actually really vulnerable. And Lean Cuisine notices it, but Maokai with a pretty decent ult here is just going to stir away their bot lane from going further. Nice cleanse as well. Sejuani's here to cover. Not much going to go on. Bit of trade of ults and summoner spells. KB King's still pretty low HP here. Eden still has flash, so he might be just trying to swap his guns as fast as possible and maybe look for a hard trade. Should have purple gun on his next rotation. If he still has like around 5 or so bullets on green, so could swap really fast and kind of catch KB King off guard here. Well, Renekton looking pretty for a hard trade here. And SOS Sparky sitting on 3 cloth armors. And Typhon's gonna get caught out, has to flash away. But Lean Cuisine seems like he's just gonna flash over get the Zyra as well as the Jhin. Oh, the Sejuani actually picked up the Zyra, but still very good for their lane. They're going to be able to shove in another wave and maybe get a plate as well. Seems as though they're going to get another plate. Might even shove the next. It's going to give him really a high tempo if he does, a really good tempo. But Maokai might not allow him to do so. Yeah, it seems like he probably want to get 2 plates and shove out another one and give him really good tempo, but with Maokai being here, I don't think he can. He's just going to have to get the second plate and just back off. I don't know what Jackson's really looking for. It should just be collecting his wave. Like, messing with the Renekton here is not going to give you anything. But he's actually going to look for Renekton. Renekton underestimating the Malphite damage, and he's just going to fall. Actually, this might even save the Malphite lane. He might start winning from this position. I don't know what he's going second item. Maybe even just like a Frozen Heart outright with just the amount of cloth items he has. If he gets like above an armor point, I think he just starts hard winning against Renekton. Or at least around his ult and ult cooldown. Milio R and Affiliates cleanse at the same time. I didn't even notice that, but yeah, I'm surprised. I didn't even notice that because I didn't think like these two would, you know, have that kind of a lack of synergy. I feel like they would be kind of, you know, caught up on that. At least let's use Milio R before my cleanse sort of thing. But maybe it was a bit of a user error. And Sejuani getting these 3 gubs on the opposite side of the map is pretty huge, but while KB King, I think he's just gonna die. Falls to one last Milio auto, but Maokai is here. Nice flash. Gets the Milio out early. But Aphelios gets the chakrams. Trying to dodge out the Zyra plants, but they're just killing him slowly. And, you know, B-Cypher, this is actually Nico, so he's just going to get the Zyra kill in return while Camper's hitting mid. So it's kind of a overall neutral trade here for both sides. Might even be favoring red with the grubby denial. And Renekton gets this Eclipse set up. Is going to give him some early power, but probably falls off later against the Malphite. As I think Malphite eventually just kind of beats him pretty hard. But maybe with how far behind he is, he might not. And yeah, SOS Sparky again, favoring to chase this Renekton in his jungle instead of getting the minions. Gonna bring him to a 50 CS difference in the top lane. Meanwhile, PizzaCast are doing a really good job this game. Bullying Nazir's probably as best as he can. And roaming around for these kills. Seems as if they're gonna swap. I'm not sure why they swapped. It might have just been Nico was just in the bot lane and they just did that just to collect waves. And Sejuani's a little bit behind here. They're gonna see PizzaCaster change into Sejuani. Maokai ulting to try to just deter them away, but Sejuani's got to pick up the smite. The Jhin art looks pretty good. Zyra trying to land her spells to line up the Jhin ults. Jhin 4-shot finds the Sejuani. When Jackson TP down here, he's gonna lose a lot top for this. Ults forward on the Jhin. Jhin no sums is just gonna die outright to the Malphite. Camper trying his best to hit the Malphite, but he does no damage. Another kill going to this Aphelios. Meanwhile, Renekton hitting the top turret. It's actually a pretty good TP here from Malphite, because there's not much that Renekton can do unless he finds kills here. And he's just going to outright one-shot the Nico. Picks up 500 gold. He's going to hard win against this Sejuani too. 4 levels up on her, as well as the Eclipse. So this Renekton now is kind of a bit of a problem. It was kind of in control before that Nico kill, but now it's a bit of a problem. And he's probably sitting on a lot of gold here. Has had this buy for a while. Yeah, 2,900 gold in his inventory. Wait, how much gold does Lean Cuisine have? Yeah, he has 2,100. Well, they're looking for a bit of a play here. Has the purple gun. This is like the best gun possible into their bot lane. Just gonna one-shot the Jhin, and Typhon gonna have to flash as well. This is why people used to go cleanse into Aphelios, because the purple gun can be a little bit strong. They're going to pick up the bot turret as well. Not going to be the first turret because of the Renekton, but still going to give them the turret golds. And Renekton's going to go for the Ravenous Hydra buy. I mean, going this full one-shot build is going to, you know, create kind of some crazy scenarios for this Aphelios. Probably going to be a one-shot or get one-shot sort of situation. Blue side looking for this Rift Herald. That could be pretty huge for them if they're trying to get this mid-tier one down. But Sejuani not on the right side of the map, hitting the scuttle. They're not going to be able to contest. Probably didn't want to as well. Renekton right now with flash and ult is very strong. Renekton actually does get countered by Milio really hard with his W, and as well as just like, you know, he just kind of has to run with them, or run at them, sorry. So, Milio can very much counter that. Oh, KB King subbing as well? Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that's right, he's not on this team. And Renekton probably just trying to look to shove off the Malphite out the wave, trying to get this turret is probably his real target here. Malphite should just stand in front of the turret and not let the minions hit the turrets. While Jin's looking for ult on mid. The Maokai ult is actually pretty nice. Feels getting rooted constantly. Renekton here has flash, but... Oh, and KB King's going to flash 4-shot the Aphelios, finds the kill as well as the shutdown. 650 gold in his pocket. Now Nico's going to TP as well. Pretty incorrect. That's actually the real Nico. I think he was trying to make a bit of a play here. It's going to pay for it. Renekton is just absolutely huge. And Blue side really happy with this trade alongside with the Azir in the bot lane. Picking up a turret and it's just going to keep going. Can definitely get the next wave. I don't know he's being pinged off. This next wave is completely free for him. And yeah, I mean, with that fight now, I think Blue side is very much in the driver's seat. Renekton trying to get the second turret as well. I don't know if he can, yeah. He's going to have to walk away. I mean, they might even chase here. Renekton, no ult, used E as well in front of them with no reset, so they're chasing as much as they can. Lean Cuisine still has ult. I think they kind of just have to chase as hard as they can. Yeah, they're not going to find it. Kind of sad. Goodbye to Sejuani, though, to pick up the wave while they chase. Dragon coming up in 30 seconds here. Renekton still has all sums. Didn't even need to use flash. But I don't think Nico had flash, so they might try to play around that. Jackson getting caught up by their bot lane. This is the last thing that Malphite wanted to do was face check the Zyra. What they realized they kind of overstepped here. Sejuani should just cut off the Jhin. They're trying to find him. They don't want to use Malphite ult just for one person. I kind of agree. Just play kind of slow. Maybe should have just used a Malphite ult. I don't know. They see Renekton in top lane with no TP. So they're just going to get Malphite to base. They're going to find the Zyra as well. Some nice kills going over to the red side bot lane. And they're going to probably be able to get this dragon. So this dragon actually gives them a bit of a win con against the Renekton. Might try to play for a bit of late game with Soul if it's something nice. Oh wait, never mind. It's going to be Mountain Soul, sorry. I didn't even notice blue side had a dragon. So Mountain Soul is like kind of mid for them. It's not the best into something like Azir. Maokai's just trying to find any possible steal, but you know. Nice job by Emilio to just stand in front of him, and they're going to pick up a tier 2 as well. Renekton ulted for some reason. Going forward, could be a bit aggressive, but he's just going to pick up the Nico. And Malphite is going to die as well. Renekton has E again. What is that cooldown? But red side's kind of behind them. The Jhin ult is actually really nice, keeping them in the mid lane. Azir's shuffle really good as well. And Sejuani's up next. This Azir is putting in work alongside this Renekton. Renekton did die. Who got a shutdown? The Sejuani. Oh no, that is horrible. That is probably the last person you wanted the shutdown on. So yeah. And the blue side can actually do this Baron very fast with their comp. Even though it is Jhin, they have Zyra plus Azir. So they actually do this really fast. But they need the base with their health bars. I mean, them overstaying here. If red side realizes they're on it, they could maybe look for a fight. But no ults actually on red side. So Leanie and 4-padded walls might actually be able to fight. Blue side pinging off. I mean, if they're tracking ult timers, I think they could easily take this fight. And Renekton actually buys Bork. This is, even though it's like kind of a weird item on him, it's like easily probably one of his best one-shot items in the game with just his empowered W interaction. So, yep. Azir actually pick up the Leandri second is pretty a nice buy. Hopefully he just goes something like Banshee's Veil third. I don't think he can ever die. Aphelios looking for any plays, just gonna absolutely one-shot the Jhin. Didn't expect him to have that much movement speed with the Amelio plus red gun Q, whatever it's called. I don't know what the heck that gun's called. If anyone knows what that gun's called, please inform.
Here you go.
So yeah, I think red side just has to look for plays away from this Renekton with their bot lane. I think that's the only play they have. No flash on Aphelios, so probably just waiting on that cooldown to play a bit more aggressively. And this is kind of where Nico feels kind of weird to play, in my opinion. Where you kind of have to like side lane and catch waves, and people start getting resistances and HP and base resistances from levels. She starts to fall off a bit. And yep, not much gonna happen. Red is Severum, yeah, that's right. And not much going on. I don't know why this Renekton's really in the top side. There's not much for him to get any further. And this Malphite's gonna like endlessly collect waves under the tier 3. Aphelios almost getting his collector. Is like more or less a troll item in general, but on Aphelios is actually really good with his E. And Renekton getting kited here. Is just gonna die, dies to the Malphite, which is probably fine at this point. I think Aphelios has kind of reached his peak. And Aphelios ult is gonna kill Zyra as well. This is a really nice outcome for red side. Thankfully though, the Renekton will be up for the dragon, so there's not much for them to do on the map. I don't think they can just outright do Baron with the Jhin ults, or Jhin doesn't have ult, but just at least Jhin and Azir still alive. Someone needs to answer this top wave from the red side. Yeah, pings do come through. I mean, Aphelios still has cleanse, but Aphelios did have to use flash in that play. So they might be trying to find a flash play from Azir or even Maokai. And the red side can definitely give this dragon. I mean, they might be even more, they'd be definitely more happy to probably give. They're really not in the right spot for it. Can't probably start the Baron with the just vision control that blue side has. So there's not really a possible trade or sneak angle. Would have liked to see Connor maybe go further to just scout out these wards. And at least, you know, kind of bluff a possible sneak angle. Maybe be able to start a 5v4 fight if someone's hitting the dragon. And they're going to be hovering it. They might even start it. They're telling Nico to go answer. I mean, they know Renekton doesn't have TP, so they might even just look for a fight here. Might be their best shot. Nico giving the waves as well. Should indicate so. Maokai actually hitting this dragon I think is incorrect. It should at least be Renekton hitting it. Because blue side without Maokai, it's actually pretty hard to play for them. The Zyra ult actually is pretty bad, pretty early. At least doesn't hit anyone. They're going to actually pick up the Baron. A bit of a misplay here from blue side. I think Renekton being on side is fine, but they need the Maokai to be with them when they're kind of trying to stop the Malphite base and maybe look for a pick as well. But Sejuani just does not care about the Jin's damage whatsoever. Blue side will get the dragon there. And Renekton does get a tier 2, but honestly, I don't think they care about the Renekton's gold at this point. He's not going to do any more damage at any point in the game, especially with what he's building. I think he's just going, what is this, Shojin? Because I think Black Cleaver builds out of a Phage right now. Oh, really nice try from Lean Cuisine. That actually would have one-shot him. Might even do so with the purple gun activate, yeah. And that is the power of Collector on Aphelios. The lethality stacking with his leveling that he puts points in E. And Renekton ulting early here, but the Nico's just going to keep walking forward for really no reason. Well, nice flash though from Nico, so she will get out. Now Lean Cuisine and Connor looking for a bit of a siege on the mid lane. They have Malphite here with his ult. And they're going to have to base for this Renekton. But they can probably keep going further. They need to wait for the next wave to siege further, but they still have a Azir. But Azir can't clear a lot of waves. You know, he has a lot of wave clear, but can't kill a lot of stacked minions really fast, or at least when they're not stacked, sorry. So it's kind of hard for him to clear this full wave. And they're going to pick up a tier 2. And this is the point at which I think Red Side can win pretty easily. If they play well. It's kind of on them to win a team fight, I think. One team fight for them that goes well, and they'll pretty much win the game. Kind of goes for both sides as well. And they're going to pick up this tier 1. Trying to get as much gold as they can from all turrets that are standing. A lot of standing gold from them on the map. Whereas Renekton kind of got a lot of the gold, and at this point in the game, he's starting to fall off really hard. And Malphite can easily answer him at this point in the game. Azir's not going to go for the Banshees. He's going to pick up the Rabadon's third. I don't know. He did have an Amptum in his inventory, so he sold it. I don't know why, but whatever. But he's CSing pretty nicely. Gonna spike here on the Rabadons. Renekton kind of trying to find some pick here. I think that's like probably the best play you can find is just some pick, but good by the S24 and Malphite to just clear all the bot side jungle that they have. Jin needs a farm. Yeah, his farm is pretty bad. I don't know. He needs like sorry, what's it called? Lord Dom's like really bad. Even just base armor, having Lord Dominix against base armor, especially with the Mountain Soul, is gonna be really good for him. And they're kind of giving all camps to Lean Cuisine here. Might be trying to, yeah, he has LDR right now. It's a 3,000 gold purchase, so 2,400 plus his crit cloak is going to be the LDR on the base. I would assume that's what he's buying. I mean, maybe buys... Okay, yeah. Probably goes some lifesteal or either GA last. The LDR is good. Just maximum damage here. Azir kind of deciding what he wants to do on this bot wave. He's just going to opt for the shove, which I think is the correct play. They need to put pressure on the sides. They need to get this Malphite away from his team. Goodbye camper to overstay there. It is correct. And does he have Rabadons? He does have Rabadons in his base, so overstaying there, definitely the correct choice. Gonna give him that spike. Dragon could be up in 1 minute. Now I think both sides could give... if they kind of get in a bad spot, or if their positioning is kind of bad, it doesn't really mean that much. It is going to be soul point, but I think the game might end before the next dragon's taken. So, yeah. And with this Renekton on side, I don't know. I mean, maybe Blue might just give Renekton kind of trying to walk down for this dragon, I think. Maybe even looking for a play on the Nico. But they're going to see him on the control ward that he's clearing currently. Now, I think if you're Malphite right here, you should just start fighting the Renekton. And if you can blow his ult, it kind of, you know, removes all of his side laning capability. I don't think Malphite can really die to him anymore. The blue side does have position on the dragon. I think they might just be giving. Lean Cuisine not really looking to go for it, it seems. I mean, they're kind of going for a late entry here. Lean Cuisine caught out, has to flash. Might even just die. Novaden trying to find a play on him. Camper doing a nice job of clearing out this front line. Peatscaster finds a nice ult as well, but there's no follow. Renekton looking for a play on side, but Malphite does not really care. Heals and ults being popped out, and they're looking for a play on the Renekton. Renekton still has all sums, so Lean Cuisine needs to be a bit careful, but he's just going to absolutely one-shot him. And this is what I was hoping they were going to play for if they're just going to give Dragon. But a nice kill coming from Camper. Should have maybe even looked further. I mean, he still has flash and ulti. And every single ult and every single flash is down except for Malphite's flash, so could have maybe gone further there. Could have done a little bit of limit testing, but he still does have that shutdown. Now, Baron is up. I think if they can get Azir to at least die or base, they should definitely go for this Dragon. Or Baron, sorry. Because I think the Renekton is a lot more valuable to their team than the Nico is currently. To the red side. Malphite needs to be a bit careful. This Azir hurts. Especially with those Leandres against his MR. He does not really care. But Jackson doing a nice job of stopping his base. Keeping him on the map. And they might even look for a Baron Star with the Azir showing bot still. Needs to be a bit careful though, because the Azir has TP advantage over the Malphite. So if he's able to get a base here, the Malphite cannot enter. And they'll be in a 4v5. The blue side trying to enter into this river. They know that the Baron Star might be afoot. There you go. But I don't think red side is going to look to start it. It's a little bit dicey. I would hope Camper kind of looks for a bit of an aggressive play on the Philios. He has flash advantage over him. So if it's really easy to find a flash shuffle, what a nice engage coming from Jackson. Realizing that Jhin has no flash. I don't even think they're looking for Zyra. It would have been just a nice extra prize if she didn't flash. And Renekton looking for a bit of a backdoor. I think this is fine if he gets the inhib. There's not much else for them to do. I mean, at this point in the game, getting this inhib is kind of whatever because the Philios does farm really well. And they're going to engage. Zyra ult lands. Malphite trying to find a steal. Not going to get it. Nice smiting by the Sejuani. Sejuani will fall in return, but I mean, they're kind of happy with this situation. Oh, they got to be careful walking in the white gun trap. When Lean Cuisine just going to go forward. Azir actually falls. The Amelia making the difference there with his passive and E and W. And Renekton is going to flash on the Philios, find the kill with the 1,000 gold shutdown. Actually pretty bad for him to get the shutdown. Going to find Emilio as well. I mean, he should definitely give the kills to Zyra. He's full build. Level 18 as well. Like, these kills do not mean anything on him anymore. So Renekton kind of clutching up this game. But they did deny the Baron. So there is that. Yeah, probably just going to be the same sort of thing where it's just going to be a bit of a standstill and they're going to play over Dragon again. And this Dragon is definitely going to decide the game. The BT collected here for the Philios. Renekton, again, like I said, on 6 items. So there's not much for him to buy. I don't think he should sell his boots as well. Selling boots these days, I think, is incorrect. Unless you're some like really high movement speed champion or something. Just movement speed is just way too valuable these days. Especially into something like the Philios. And Malphite actually almost completing 5 items. Has the Thornmail soon. Yeah, around 400 gold he'll get the Thornmail. Red side making a nice push here. Realizes Renekton on the side, so they have a bit of a window to take some objectives. And oh my gosh, that damage is disgusting. Nice ult. The Maokai actually dodged the Philios ult, which is actually pretty bad. Nico, nice flash. It might be game winning. Finds the Azir. They have no wave clear there. Renekton needs a base ASAP. And Renekton has no flash, so him trying to make a bit of a savior play might be unlikely. Maokai trying to make any desperate attempt, but Renekton going forward should just try to clear the wave at least. Even doing the wave is not going to do anything because there's another wave coming soon, and none of his teammates are spawning soon. And that's going to be game one going over to Leanie and 4 padded walls. A bit of a rough one, but they're able to clutch it out playing through this Aphelios. Aphelios absolutely doing so much damage. Yeah. A decent game one. I think what's it called? Team Moon definitely showed that they can win. But bit of misplaying as well as a bit of champ difference, I think, with this Renekton. Just not really the best champ. 9,000 damage. Oh yeah, the Jin. Wait, he did 9,000 damage. What? Huh? Yeah, that was a bit just of a, I don't know, lean cuisine gap, I guess. Nice sub. Okay. Yeah, the Renekton did do some good picks, but I think there are champions that could pick just as well, but they're actually like playable in their bot side, or just have a lot better carry potential. At least into this comp. I'm not timing out. I'd say who. On the Barry fight, if he had stayed mid clearing wave after inhib. Yeah, I think instead of going for the inhib, you kind of just find a nice flank. I don't know if he had flash at that time, but if he has flash where he's going for the inhib instead of fighting, I think he should definitely look for the play and just try to kill the Aphelios as best as he can with flash. So, but it was close. They definitely showed that they can win. Hopefully, I get invited to another game soon. There it is. Yeah, I don't know. The Jin just wasn't able to really step up to the wave, I think, at all. So really hard for him to find a lot of damage besides using ult. If Maka didn't miss spy on the Baron, I don't even think if they get Baron it means anything. They're kind of just playing over kills there. I'm gonna drink some water real quick. They would have had Renekton split push with Baron. Okay, then what? They send 2 people, then what? Or like even 1? Like the Malphite can stop the Renekton easily. The Malphite can just sit in front of the turrets and just like E and W the wave endlessly, and the Renekton can't do anything, by the way. It doesn't even matter if Renekton has Baron. And Malphite actually has like pretty decent wave clear late game. Even like normally, like his wave clear is actually like pretty good. He has like 2 AoE spells that are really low cooldown and high base damage. And he had what, Thornmail plus you can look. I mean maybe I don't even, will it show on here? It might not. Yeah, he had, or at least he had Bramble, but Bramble does damage to minions as well as Sunfire, obviously. So if you just sit in front of the turret with the wave, he'll just hit you endlessly, and he'll like one-shot the wave, even if it's Baron. So I don't even think them getting Baron means anything. Yeah, but Baron do go into red kind of guarantees them the win, especially with the Nico Flash. Nico Flash play was really good at the end. killing the Azir, which is kind of their only win con to saving the game at that point. But I think, I mean, even if blue side gets Baron, I think they kind of just do the same thing. Unless Azir could put up a turret. That's kind of the only thing that would stop their shove, I think. Because I think that Nico can just stand in front of the wave and the Aphelios shoves, like, even against Baron minions very fast. Um, so, I don't know. I don't think the Azir could really hit the wave. Yeah, the ADC is just getting one shot by, like, one Aphelios Severum Q or just auto, even in general. Oh, I gotta update the score. Lean getting a win. One win for Lean. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Everything from Team Moon looked fine. Um, like the Jin and Zyra, I think they misplayed their level 1 and their kind of lane was kind of bad from that point because Jin started W. And then, but I mean, mid did lose, but again, Zero does like, I think Azir hard beats Nika late, so it's kind of hard for him to play, at least on side lane. Azir hard wins late. But the Maokai looked pretty good. The ults from Novaden were actually really good, with just the direction and where they came from. Is this spec? It is spec, okay. So I mean, I think they had something good going, but the Renekton was just a bit out of place in my opinion. And the bot side level 1 was pretty bad. So I think there's definitely ways they could improve and possibly take a game. Maybe even win the series. But how good is my Melio? Okay. I guess. Good. I don't know. You press EW on lean, then, he one-shot them. Good job. Yeah, it was good. But yeah, Loki, the Sejuani coming up clutch with her smites. B-Cypher hitting the smites on the Sejuani over the Maokai, which is actually pretty impressive. Maokai has a notoriously good Q smite. So, good on him. And hopefully we get into the next game soon. Seems as if ours are coming through. And they're going to start. Good. Let's go. Next one. They're going to insta-ban the Melia, which is probably going to bring the Maokai ban from Eden plus 4 walls, I would assume. But it's also, the Melia ban does remove a lot of just like hyper carry potential that Eden may have. And they're going to ban Camille again. Okay. Now I don't know. I mean, what else did they ban from Team Moon? Maybe Nico? I don't know what they banned last game. They're going to ban Karma. Probably targeting Connor because they could go for some like really hard hard pressuring Karma lanes. Now Smolder is still up. They're gonna ban Maokai on 2. Yep. And with that Melio down probably is why. So I think Team Moon with this Maokai ban might shift to Smolder B1. But I don't know. I think Eden is very much comfortable playing into Smolder. I've heard. I know he has some champions in it. Yeah, Smolder's still on the board here. Gonna ban away B-Cypher's Vi. Zyra banned through, so they're not gonna go Jin Zyra. There's neither Smolder Karma up. Oh, Sejuani's. Is it gonna see Smolder? Are we gonna see Smolder? They're gonna take away Sejuani. Smolder's still up. But I don't know if you know even if Eden wants it, because there's definitely champions he can, hard win lane on a lot better. And we're gonna have to see with Karma down, they might not go for it. And they're gonna go Warwick, huh? I guess that's a Warwick jungle for B Cipher. I mean, okay, I'm down. Probably does hard beat Sejuani. And they're gonna go Varus blind. Really nice ADC blind on the patch. Just a really good champion in general. There's a lot of ways that they can go with Varus. And the response is pretty hard. I think they should just go a Senna lane. Probably the best they could do, but I don't know if they play one of the traditional Senna lanes, something like TK or people have been going like Nautilus or Ornn. And they're going to go Ashe Braum. Kind of a weird pairing. I mean, with Emilio down, the Braum is pretty good. I mean, Braum is even good in Emilio in general. But with the Braum, I don't know what they could go for. Maybe just something like a Lulu even. Or even Varisheimer? Varisheimer? Throwback? They're just going to go Senna. Okay. Oh, is it Freljord comp? It is. At least 3 of them. What left is there? What else? There's Olaf, and then what? Is that it? I don't even know what other Freljord champions there is. Is Tryndamere Freljord or no? I don't know. Trend, yeah. They have Tryndamere and Olaf? Or Lissandra? Is Olaf even... I don't know. I just saw him in that one clip, or that one, the one cinematic with Sejuani. So yeah, there's Tryndamere and Lissandra. They should just ban Tryndamere and Lissandra. Olaf is Freljord? Yeah, I thought so. Okay. And Azir and Nico being banned away. The Azir ban probably coming through because of the Nico ban. And Hawiwi banned as well. Not really a lot of good mid blinds up now. I like the best one traditionally is like Orianna at this point, or Akali. But I don't think you want to play Akali this game. Even Orianna is kind of like weird. I think they want some long range control mage. But they're pretty hard to blind. They're just gonna blind top, which I actually think might be correct, but I don't know about the Scion blind. They can't blind Ornn in this team because of the Braum. I don't even know if Jackson plays Braum or Ornn. Sorry. So Scion blind is actually fine, I think, as long as he doesn't get rolled in lane. And the answers in top. I mean, there's still Fiora up the Kennen being covered. Is that a Freljord champion? Doesn't really look like it. Is Kennen even good this game? I mean, Scion beats Kennen. Kennen is Ionia. Okay. I mean, they're still all blue, sort of. At least like blue skewed. So is it blue comp? They still can go Lissandra and it's still blue. And now Team Moon needs to blind mid. They're gonna blind Yasuo. What the heck? Okay. Wait, they can like play like whatever they want mid now. Yasuo is blue. Yeah, it is all blue actually. Talia, I mean Talia is like kind of the traditional answer into Yasuo. And it's good in the Sejuani and somewhat good in the Braum. But I think there's better answers. I was kind of thinking of something like the Vladimir is really good this game. Um, Even like Anivia is actually good this game, but kind of I don't know. No one really plays Anivia. I think Talia's fine. Vladimir looks crazy here. No, like what?
What's wrong?
Vladimir
Can't
pool
see
insane
anything?
value. He's fine in the lane at the Yasuo. You just go conquer Vladimir and you never die. No one can ever kill you. I think Vladimir looks juicy here. And Talia is good in the Yasuo, but I mean, you have to have a bit of restraint as Talia in this lane.
If I
Because
want
if
your
you overstep, the
opinion,
Yasuo
I'll
can kind of
beat
just
it out
chase
of
you
you.
down, especially if you misuse your E. And it's really easy for him to dodge your W if you misuse your E as well. And then he also like doesn't really care about your damage early from Q, because the second wind D shield funny, as well as passive. So there are ways for Yasuo to play the lane if you misplay. But it's just kind of more of a neutralizing lane from the Talia side, in my opinion. It's kind of hard to hard win this lane if the Yasuo knows what he's doing. Kind of have to play aggressive from level 1 as Talia, then restrain at level 2. You kind of have to play for a bounce on your wave. We went high noon mythic chroma or prestige? On what? Huh?
Your emperor shall return.
They cannot handle Nico.
I reckon.
Art can shed light on our fears.
And, yep, just waiting for select the classic. Now, this is a lane that Jackson can probably survive a lot better in. Is traditionally very silent favored, but I don't know. Might not be well versed on the matchup or just how to play it. I mean, it's just kind of like second win D shield, then you just one shot the cannon whenever you hit like a nice combo on him. Is more or less how it goes. Now this Warwick though, I mean, this Warwick in this team now looks really bad. Like playing Warwick into Ashe Sejuani Braum seems miserable, by the way. So I don't know how that's gonna go. Okay, maybe they go. I don't know, honestly. Like, I think the Warwick's cooked. They put Warwick top and put Talia jungle is probably like the best thing they could do for the Warwick, but I don't know. I think he's just cooked in jungle. On to the delay. How fun. I will say if this Varus and Senna get ahead, it's really hard for blue side to play though. Like they kind of just like don't let them play the game, so they have to be wary of that. But I think blue side is favored just because of this Warwick, really. And honestly, like I don't know if this Talia is like that good of a pick this game, because she can never make a really misstep at all. It's really easy for her to die to ganks this game if she mispositions in a team fight, which she kind of has to like step up against this team, especially with no frontline support. She kind of has to play forward a bit, and there's a lot of combo from blue side with Brum ult and Yasuo ult and just Kennen and Sejuani and Ashe. So, not sure. So I think again, this game is kind of up for grabs for either team. It might just be a bit of a player difference when it comes down to who wins. I'm not like there's definitely a better mage here on R5. Like there's 1000% one. I think one of them is Vlad. But I don't really know what else. You definitely can go Cassiopeia as well this game very freely. Maybe even Zareth is actually not bad. But it's like you kind of give Yasuo a free lane. But yes, Zareth is definitely better in team fights, in my opinion. And we're going to be going into game in 1 second here. Now this is Series Point 4 Leanie and 4 padded walls. So looking to take the series with this game while team is still on 0. And not really that much abnormal coming from summoner spells or runes, I think. First Strike is actually incorrect on Talia. It's not really my favorite rune on her, especially into something like the Yasuo, plus all this front line that they have. I think Phase Rush is just infinitely better.
Welcome to Summoner's
Um,
Rift.
I mean, First Strike's probably fine. I think First Strike from Kennen is correct. You're never really going to be killing the Scion, so just getting gold
30
from
seconds
the
until
tank
minions spawn.
is correct in my opinion. Just kind of happens to a lot of lanes where you
Not so fast.
just go First Strike to try to get a lot of gold, and they have to be careful. Yeah, they're level 1 with Ashe Braum. It's pretty strong, and kind of sad that the Ashe was a bit slow there. Could have easily killed that Warwick, probably, even when he flashes. Ashe can just probably flash follow, sorry, and it's a pretty easy pickup for them with the Braum passive. But they're gonna get Warwick Warwick flash.
Minions
Jeez,
have
Warwick
spawned.
flash for free. And with Warwick with a red smite, oy, that's disgusting. Wait, what? No, I mean, is this one of those lanes where Arseno could go D-Blade? Maybe it's not worth. But they're going to go for the level 1 cheese, which is good. Having the level 1 prio in bot lane these days is so huge. They do have Guardian, but Braum's not going to be able to proc it just yet. They're taking a bit of a trade. They need to be careful with level 1 Braum passive. They're going to stun Varus. Varus has to flash and cleanse. Knight coming through. Braum needs to be a bit careful of overstepping with the Braum passive on cooldown. And actually kind of a decent trade here for red side. They have the Senna sustain with her Q. So it's like low-key kind of chill. But Ashe still has her pot, and she's going to have biscuits coming through. Yeah, not much going to be happening probably any further until Sejuani at least gets in bot lane. But there is a ward from red side on her red. So they're going to see exactly where she is. She's actually skipping Raptor. She's going for the fastest level 3 that she can get. She's going blue, Gromp, red. It's the fastest jungle level 3 that you can get in the game. So probably looking for a level 3 gank on bot lane, but she is on a ward currently. So they should know. Peatscaster finding some nice damage on Camper, but Camper still has that second 1D shield. This is probably going to regen a lot of that damage that she's doing onto him. Some nice trading from Game Niwi. Like I said, Sejuani looking for the level 3. Not going to probably come to anything. I think S.W. Sparky trying to find a wave crash, but Kennen just kind of doing his best to stop it. But I think Sion can kind of just stand in the wave, and Kennen can't really do anything. Yeah, gonna get the crash from Sion. Gonna take a nice cheater here. Kennen has really bad wave clear early, so shouldn't have to TP. Hopefully he just walks back to lane. And maybe gets refillable. How much is gold is Sion standing on? Not much, actually. So he's not able to get refillable. Maybe should have gone boots refillable. Might have magical footwear, though. Sejuani coming to bot lane, looking for a little bit of a lane gank. They have no sums on the Varus, so he's actually pretty vulnerable here if they get slowed by any kind. But nothing gonna happen. The wave's in a pretty bad spot for the lane gank when Leanie and 4 padded walls bot lane is really never going to go aggressive here. And Warwick needs to be careful. The Yasuo will have first move on this Scuttle, sorry, if they fight over it. Sejuani's going to pick it up. Leanie kind of standing still, taking a lot of poke damage for free. But they're going to find a lot of nice damage with the Ashe. A nice cleanse coming from KB King. Dodges the Verisol Q that would have left him pretty low. Senna maybe been able to finish him if that Q landed from the Varus. And Sejuani looking for a nice gank around. I mean, they have to be careful though. The wave's pretty favorable for red side. They're going to burn Senna Flash. Typhon igniting the Varus. They really need to be focusing the Varus. I don't know. I mean, the Varus has no sums. I think of a bit of a misplay there from the bot lane as well as the Sejuani, or at least some miscoordination. They really need to just pick a target. Oh, and Sejuani finding a nice flash forward. Nice flash forward from KB King as well. Needs to be a bit careful, and Varus is going to actually be able to trade. But Sejuani should be able to pick up the Senna with the E plus auto. So, I mean, this trade is kind of power neutral, but it's going to all come down to the waves. Sejuani's going to try to crash it, but kind of save the play. And this is kind of how, like I said, the mid lane goes. The Talia kind of neutralizes Yasuo, but the Yasuo can just kind of do whatever he wants. I mean, he's up CS and still has his potion, while Talia has to perma use spells and mana on the wave and Yasuo to keep the lane in check. So not my favorite response, and I think Talia doesn't really scale super hard this game with how she should itemize. So I think the blue side can kind of just ignore her eventually, and Kennen will one-shot her if she builds aggressively with, like, you know, full AP. Personally, if I was Talia, I would have gone for like something Rod of Ages sort of esque and just kind of, you know, Rod of Ages Leandries and just kind of been hard utility. Cuisine taking a nice trade here. Probably has Q soon. They're chasing. Knows KB King has no sums, but Braum doing a nice job of standing his ground. Needs to be careful. The Guardian gone away. Senna chasing. This Q's gonna hurt, but Braum still has shields. Kind of waiting, and really nice patience from Lee Cuisine to wait out the Braum shield. Braum needs to just be a bit more reactionary with his shields. As Varus can do just that, kind of hold on to his Q and wait for it to go away. And KB King and Typhon gonna have to drop a wave and give over a plate here. Down around 20 CS or so in the bot lane as well. And SS Sparky is down CS. Going to recover a bit of the CS deficit from this wave, but probably not what you would have liked to see from this top lane. Just getting something like the refillable in these types of range matchups is so valuable. Having no sustain. Oh, and he's going to drop the cannon from that as well. Mistiming the E. Had to wait for the tower shot to go first. And I don't know if SO Sparky knows it, but he kind of has kill pressure on the cannon here. Cannon no flash. Does have ult, but could die to the sun pretty easily. And Talia has to burn flash. Like I said, she's pretty vulnerable to ganks in this lane. Especially with the Sejuani plus Yasuo combo of the Q plus Yasuo ult. Pizza Caster looking for any plays in the Yasuo, but I mean, I would have preferred it if he hit the wave instead. As Yasuo's going to get pretty hard prio on her. While Link Cuisine might be ping on the dragon, Talia's just not any kind of area to answer. And the work as well in the top side. Bit of a misplay. I mean, Link Cuisine's trying to carry this, but the Yasuo wind wall is way too strong against his champion. Sejuani picking up the kill. The Yasuo ult coming through for the Sejuani kill. They're looking for the kill, and the Varus find it. And Warwick's up next. I mean, Warwick's kind of just walking forward. Camper, nice try to kites. They're going to find the Ashe. They're trying to find as many kills as they can. I mean, they do clean it up, but they actually get aced. Wow. The Warwick, or not, sorry, the Warwick, the Scion solo killed the cannon. I think the cannon might have tried to dive the Scion or something. I don't know. maybe just walked into Sion and he just ulted him. Bro, I'm not sure what happened. And Sion's wave is kind of bad, but he has a lot of wave clear. So, should be able to fix his wave. I think he just kind of has to base, yeah. Staying after that wave is just kind of whatever. I think the Kennen will just kind of insta-push it.
Stand together.
Probably not looking to freeze against Sion, and Sion can easily break a freeze. Sion picks up the bombies. I'm not sure this is really correct. I mean, he's building full armor. Should get some sort of MR. I mean, even just rushing the,
I think not.
what is it called? The component that goes into Canic Rooker and Spirit Visage, that component that's 1250, it gives you a lot of base health regen, as well as MR. It's actually really nice in these sort of AP range top matchups. It gives you a lot of sustain. Still not having the potions as well from the Scion. Talia going for the Ceres plus Leandres. This is one way you could build. But I'm glad he's going Leandres at least first. It's going to offer him a lot of damage. And might at least turn the tide on his lane. Yeah, also starting to feel it. Taking a bit of a aggressive trade. You can't really trade into Talia without the wave. He needs the wave to play the game. The Ashe ult was almost nice onto the Senna. And they're going forward. Talia doing a nice job of kiting though. And Sion actually zones a Q and Brahm's just going to die. Nice zoning Q from Sion. Braum can't really walk back into his team. Senna able to get the kill for free. Meanwhile, Linkosine probably getting a few plates in this Ash's face. Ashe no ults. I mean, Ashe just gives absolutely out DPS with the Bork Varus, and really no point of Varus, or sorry, Ashe ever taking that 1v1. Trying to probably flash the Varus Q, but doesn't really matter in the end. And now this Varus is kind of out of control. I mean, this Kennen looking for a flash, or sorry, a TP play. Has flash plus ult, so Linkosine should be dead here. Hopefully Braum doesn't take it, yeah. Gonna give it over to Kennen. Bit of a macro misplay from the Ashe. I think the Ashe just has to run top from spawn, but Kennen gonna have to run top now. Gonna give a lot of gold over the Sion, as well as someone dropping the waves. It's gonna be the Kennen dropping the waves. The Sion looking to rotate on to Jackson, but they see him on pings, on wards. Talia does finish her Leandre, so this could kind of turn the tide of the control of the wave in her favor. It's been a bit neutral in the mid lane, and getting this item now will help her. This Yasuo's kind of caught out here. It's really hard for him to play against Talia in the open area like this. Oh, but a bit of a misplay from Talia. I think that Talia can kind of just face tank the Yasuo there. Shouldn't really be that much scared of the Yasuo. Yasuo sitting on only the Berserker Greaves plus Vam Scepter plus Recurve. Not particularly that much strong to completely one-shot the Talia. And they still had Warwick ult, so no one was really in any danger. And red side bot lane looking for probably the full turret. Sion ulting to his wave to not drop any CS. They need to be careful. Varus doesn't have flash just yet. Coming up in a few seconds. Just came up, so he's gonna die. Probably thought he could live until his flash was up. Pretty unlucky. And Talia finding a nice ult here. Looking for a bit of a return play. The work ult is nice to stop the Braum. W so close to landing onto the Sejuani. And Yasuo here, I think, is a bit incorrect. I think Yasuo should have just been hitting this tier 1 mid. Getting as much gold as he can. There's not really much he can do from stopping them bot lane. Or making a return play. And Sejuani's going to die to the Talia next. Yeah, they're just not really respecting the Talia that much. Or playing into this Yasuo. And Sion now has the Sunfire. And even though Kennen is AP, I guess he really doesn't care. Just kind of face tanks all his damage. The red team picking up this dragon. It's going to be a Hextech Soul, which is actually pretty fun. Actually a good soul for once in a GG game that I spectate. it's good for on both sides. I mean, it's good for like any champ of the game. So you know, what the heck. Yeah, so basing here probably has his board completed. Huge spike for him. Sound is doing a nice job of collecting his CS. Completely outscales the cannon, so it's probably pretty chill to just take CS even here against the cannon. Get shoved in. He'll collect it all.
The wind of change.
And not much Yasuo to do. I mean, they're looking for a play on this Varus. Varus has flash, but no clans. Braum gonna come forward, probably secures the kill with his passive. Nice ult as well. The kill going over to Sejuani. Kind of not the best. And they're gonna get the Senna as well. Kill going again over to Sejuani. Sejuani's picked up a lot of kills. I feel like that should have gone to other people. They might be able to dive this Warwick as well. Warwick ulting forward. Probably trying to catch someone that was diving. And the Braum, I think the Braum should... Oh. Yeah, the Ashstein there is actually pretty bad. But whatever. Red side pinging forward on this rift. Oh, the Senna actually takes the red from the Varus. Might actually be correct with just how Varus plays the team fights and as well as the Bork that he has. So kind of has a built-in slow of his own. So it actually might be correct to have it on Senna right now. And this Rift Herald should be free for Leanie and 4-pad walls, I would assume. Not really much that Blue Side can do. I don't know, they need to find some picks or something. Speaking of picks, here comes the one from the red side. Talia missing her W, but does not really matter. Has the damage to kill her with this needlessly large rod plus Leandri's. Oh, Link was needs to be a bit careful. Almost hits the, I don't even know, what do you call that, like turret stump thing? Pretty close to hitting it. And they're just going to take this tier 2 outright. They know who Yasuo's bot lane, but I don't think they really care. Yeah. And how much stacks is Senna on? She's on 77. It's actually pretty decent. Normally you want to aim for around 100 at 20, and then really nice Ash ult onto the Senna. Give them a free pick here. Oh, and Cannon ult used pretty poorly actually. Nice ult away from Warwick. I don't think they can chase any further. They know that, and they're gonna play for this tier 1. I think Yasuo should just stay with the mid, try to give them as many bodies as possible. Yeah, I think he realized it as well. Because this tier 1 has a lot of health on it that Eden might be able to get them off. And Varus ult coming through. Gonna miss the Q though, or at least Braum blocked it. He's gonna die, but he gets the Braum in return. And this is probably better for blue side if they get this turret. Campers here, Kennen TP comes through. When Kennen finds the Scion, but the Scion takes absolutely no damage from the Kennen. They're pinging forward on the Yasuo. I mean, Scion has ult, looking for an ult angle. Probably onto Yasuo. They're trying to pocket them into a space where Lee can kill them all. Yasuo kind of doing a nice job of pulling them away, though. Nice kiting from Camper. Has to use a flash, but ooh, really nice 3-man W coming from Talia. She didn't have E, though, so it does no damage. They're going to pick up Kennen, though. And they're chasing KB King. KB King still has all sums, but they can easily dive this tier 2 with the sound. Flash forward from Connor might be a bit personal. And that's just another kill going over to the Senna. The Senna this game is pretty strong. Getting a lot of souls here. Has 87. Pretty nice stacking this game from the Konjaks. And they're kind of overstaying here. I mean, even if they don't hit this turret, that gives them really hard prio on this dragon. So, I mean, they can't really take a fight, though, is the problem. And Senna's going to get caught up for it. The Yasuo coming through kind of early. Doesn't have wind wall. He's going to die. I mean, the Kendall is actually pretty decent, but Lean Cuisine is still untouched. as well as Talia. They're kind of focusing the wrong people here. Varus Q gonna kill maybe, is that 3 people? At least gets a double kill with just Q alone. When a really close W from Talia. KP King being really greedy with his flash and summoners, not holding on or holding on to them, not using them at all. Has to flash the Silent Q. Pizza Custer could have maybe found a W onto the KP King.
Blue team's turret has been
Dragon's
destroyed.
still up for red side. They can easily take a base or at least just start Dragon here. They have the Hextech gates, so they're very much in position to do it. Blue side just needs to find some nice picks. They have pretty decent pick potential with the Yasuo and Sejuani, as well as the Ashe and Braum. Just need to find a pick on something like the Talia, or even the Senna again. Maybe even the Varus. The Varus has no cleanse, but still has a flash. Surprised that Red Side didn't try to take this dragon, and they're just gonna opt for the Baron instead. Probably don't even care about the soul, at least for now. The Baron is definitely the better objective. I don't know if Blue Side even realized just yet. They're gonna realize with Kennen showing, yeah, they might have had an idea. Kennen gonna ward it out and gonna find out, but they do get the dragon in return, so I mean there is that. Red side pinging forward, they have the Talia ult, so there's really not much for blue side to get out from. Sign ult's pretty good as well, not even gonna hit anyone, but still zoning them. Kennen ult trying to find anything, dies, and Talia still has ult. Actually a pretty nice Talia ult. She's gonna block off both of their exits. And this Sejuani should just fall. Nice silent Q. Kill goes over to Talia. This should just maybe be the game-ending push if they can kill this Yasuo. I mean, this Yasuo can't really hit the wave ever. So it's pretty hard for him to stop them from ending. Senna with 106 stacks. A really nice stacking job from the Konjax this game. The Talia E down, hits the Braum. Braum no shield, just gonna fall. Seems as if Yasuo's up next. Actually finds a nice 2-man ult, but yeah, at this point in the game, the Yasuo doesn't have much resistance bot yet, and Kennen trying to just find a kill on the Eden, but you know, not gonna get it. The Negatron cloak probably maybe even saving Varus there. And it's gonna be a clean 2-0 from Leanie and 4-padded walls. Pretty decisive victory here. Just winning the game through bot lane more or less, and as well as Pizza Caster doing a pretty nice display. Finds most damage in this game with 23,000. Holy. We don't talk about Jackson's damage though, but he wasn't there to do damage. True. Do we want to do whatever it's called, interview, or no? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if there's really much to say. That is true. You did solo kill the Kennen. They say yes. They want to do an interview. All right. I'm in GG General in Vespa, so join when you so care. Hello.
Hello.
Congratulations on your win. Yep.
Thank you, thank you.
Have you all lost
Yeah,
yet or no?
Yeah, we got like Rosticon equivalent top lane, so we're a little worried, but no big
Yeah,
deal.
Oh,
the big
okay,
game.
okay. Have you all
No,
dropped the
Jackson
series
was
yet or no? I don't even know.
Have we
no. We
what?
haven't dropped a series. We dropped a game versus Radeon team. One
Okay.
on one. Yeah, but overall pretty good. Jackson was a bit rusty on game one. That split push was
Rusty.
nasty. I feel like we kind of just flipped the game twice on Baron, and we got lucky.
No. No,
But
they completely control the whole time in game one. Lean was
yeah,
because he's playing ADC, so he has to be insecure. He's like a prey animal. Comes with the territory.
totally. Do
Yeah,
you have any questions for us?
I don't know. I don't think there's really that much to say, but I mean, if there's anything you want to say, you can. I don't know what questions to be asked, honestly.
Their bot lane picked too much cringe, so we couldn't go special stuff. We were
No,
trying to.
basically,
that's something
Lean
tricky.
Cuisine told me the champion to pick in game 1, and the game was hard, and then I was like, just pick Senna, and the game was easy. Like, how crazy is that, bro?
Okay, but
Completely
also the
misdirected.
Zyro was a problem. The Zyro was a
Yes,
problem.
which is why I was like, Emilio, and then he just locks it in, doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, they actually kind of baited you with the Maokai blind, or at least like.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
thought it
think
was
they,
Maokai
I didn't think
support.
they were gonna. No one has played like one Maokai support has been played in GG.
Yeah,
Like
that
it's
is
like
true. No one has
80%
really played
jungle.
it.
Like it's all jungle. Like even when we played against it versus week 1 Tony Bologna team, Tony Bologna played a jungle.
Huh.
They just picked like Caitlyn Varus or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. We need to
Yeah.
see a Saker Maokai.
That is never
That is
happened.
never
Also,
happening.
I don't know. Saker might just
someone should leave it up to see what happens. I don't know.
Saker might like disappear from the face of the earth, bro. Like I don't know, bro is fighting real demons. You know, like
Yeah.
biblical fucking demons.
I don't
But
know.
it was a good game. Thank you for casting, Mr. Harrison.
Sure.
Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
I'm sure Harrison had a lot of insightful things to say on the cast.
Wait, what do you
Yeah.
think? What was this Warwick pick, by the way? Does Beast ever play it? Like,
Oh no,
Uh,
Warwick. Okay, basically the idea
why
is
would you pick Warwick
they
on one as well? Like, what?
no. It's because their
No one's
team is gonna
picking
int, right?
Warwick.
Like you saw how they played the game. They're gonna hard int to kill us. So you just pick
Mhm.
Warwick, so you have a jungler that like is kind of multimodal and is in B Cypher champion pool. Like you don't want
Okay,
you want to
also-
pick like pure peel tank because they're gonna ignore the peel tank champion. So you want to pick a champion that like does shit if it gets ignored.
Also,
Mhm.
they banned Vi. We banned Maokai. They picked Sejuani, and Amumu was bad in that matchup. So
Yeah, I guess so.
we're
Guess
kind of
it's-
running out of options here.
Yeah.
They left all my. I can't believe they left my Senna and my Blitzcrank open. Like what? Huh? Very confusing. Us KB
Well,
King especially. After the things I did to KB King the last time I played Senna versus that bozo.
I don't know.
It was game 1 was a lot more fun for me at least. Game 2 I just got ran down like a dog.
Yeah.
It's like that. Sometimes you, as an ADC, you have to die so your team can play. It is.
I mean, sometimes the job is literally just like, okay, you look juicy, and then the Talia is literally one-shotting everyone for fun in the backline, and it's like the fights are still winning even if you die, as long as you're
Yep.
like not griefing early game. Like this is how fights are supposed to look when your ADC is getting hard focused.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, that's really all we have to say. Nothing more.
Yeah,
No more strategies
not much
leaked.
to say. GG's. We play versus Uninam on Sunday. He'll get smushed into a pummel.
That'll be a good game. Any game?
People should show up to the Vespa meeting on Friday. Based.
Who else is
Mhm.
on Uninam's team on that? I'm not sure. I haven't
Oh, I don't even know if Uninam is on that team. Like, huh? Who's heard of them?
They have
Well,
like 3 Masters players or some shit. It's their team is really good.
all right.
It's
All right, but yeah,
although
there's
they
the,
lost to Super Top or Nam Nam, so.
They got 2-0 by Super Top team, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Ay.
They got their
The
Oh,
spy
yeah.
chicken guy must be the goat.
Yeah, he must be the
I
goat
mean,
of
at
all time.
least go to analysis, you know? Go to player analysis for sure.
Yes.
Like, I hear Spy Chicken give a take, and I'm like, I mean, where's the lie?
Well,
Well,
GG's.
thanks
Shout
for
out Peter's
casting.
caster going Leandre's first based.
Base.
But
I
yeah,
hate
this-
Leon first. I'm a dirty mana user.
but yeah, there's the Vespa in-person meeting on Friday, so make sure to come
Be
out.
there or be square.
Yeah, don't be a square.
Or don't be
circle.
there. I don't know.
Be a circle
Yeah.
or a triangle.
Oh wait, what time is the meeting?
It's like 6:30.
7 to 8, I think.
No, it's
Bro,
5.
I might not be
It's
able
like,
to go, Lamau.
Or at least that's
why?
when the
What do you
customs
have?
are.
No, it's like 5 to 8 or something, or
Okay,
6 to
maybe
8.
I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
Hold on, I will go investigate for the people.
Okay. Anyways, I'm leaving. See ya.
Goodbye.
Yeah, I think. Or maybe we can wait on your confirmation.
Hold on. Let me look. 5 to 8 p.m.
Okay.
Friday 23rd at Torg 1060.
5 to 8 p.m. Torgensen 1060. Be
There's
there.
pizza and
or
casual
be
games.
square.
A laptop giveaway which you should not or a keyboard giveaway which you should not enter because I want to win Patooey. And yeah, a bunch of non-league players. Ooh.
Yeah, stay away from the CSGO Andes. Be a square or be a circle and a triangle. Goodbye, everyone.